Hi, good morning. Thanks for stopping back at the ranch. I'm Marie and this is Red Heart Quilts. I want to show you how to cut some bias binding. People struggle with this, but it's really not difficult. There's so many times when we have a beautiful plaid or maybe a really fun stripe and we want that on a bias on our binding. This just had to be bias on here. It wouldn't have looked as cute if it wasn't. So I'm going to show you how to cut it. I'm using a fat quarter. Of course, you would use about 1.25 yards of fabric to get a nice square. This fat quarter is just for practice and I can show you on the camera. You're going to take your fabric pretty side down. And of course, anytime before you start cutting a piece of fabric, you want to press it, right? We all know that, right? I shouldn't have to tell you that every time. It's just a reminder. If you see what I did, you take the corner, fold it diagonal. So you have this nice diagonal bias side. This folded side is the only side that we're allowed to fold again. So you take this corner, fold it again. We still have the same side. And if this was a big piece of fabric, you would also have to fold it again in order for it to fit on your table or your regular cutting mat. Once we get those sides done, we're gonna trim the edge. This is the piece that I always tie my binding with. I'm gonna turn my binding around so that I can start on an even number. I like a 2.5-inch binding. Other people might like 2 and whatever you want. That's what you're gonna cut. 3. So you're gonna hold your ruler. 2.5. 2.5. And continue down your fabric. I stack my binding up. See how nice and pretty this is gonna be now? I stack it up until I'm ready to use it. I tie it with my little binding strip. And I'm ready to go to another one. We're gonna go over this again. We press our fabric. This is a fun stripe too. Be a great binding. Take the corner, fold it over. We can fold the folded edge again. We cannot fold this. We cannot fold this. We can't do this because that's not already folded. Only the folded edge. Press it again. Fold it again. And then you can also fold it one more time. This is the edge to cut off, and then you start cutting your bias strips. If you're having difficulty with this, take a piece of old-fashioned notebook paper. Fold the edge. See how we have a nice straight binding? A fold, nice straight fold. Fold it again. And you can see that this edge is biased. Fold it one more time. And then that would be our cutting edge. And you can just practice this a few times until you kind of get the idea of how you're cutting it. You'll be so happy once you get the knack of this. It's kind of like the binding when you put the edges together on bias. Every time I have to pin it or I do it wrong. Fold it again, and fold it again. We're only folding the same edge. That's what I see people do wrong, is they try to fold other parts of this piece of paper. But you can fold this edge, fold it one more time, fold it one more time, and you have plenty of room. It's gonna fit on your regular mat. Thank you. I hope you enjoy your bias binding. Don't forget you can visit our website, redheartquilts.com. It's H-A-R-T heart. You're also invited to like my Facebook page, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're coming up with some great tutorials and some how-tos. So till next time, I'll see you back at the ranch. Thanks.